Hello and welcome to NPS Now, your source for news and information about Norfolk Public Schools. I'm your host, Karen Tanner, and I have two special graduates with me here today. We have Taylor Davis, the valedictorian for Maury High School, and we also have John Cheatwood, the salutatorian for Maury High School. Welcome to top two of your class at Maury High School. Welcome to NPS Now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Glad to have you. I see you representing Maury colors today.
Yeah.
You are true, what are you, Commodores?
Yeah, Commodores.
Proud Commodores
Exactly.
today. Well, we're glad to have you here with us today. And I just want to know, how does it feel to finally be graduating from high school, Taylor?
It's exciting. It's definitely like I'm ready to start this new part of my life, ready to go to college and start really learning some different stuff.
Mm-hmm. How about you, John?
I think it's a long time coming. I mean, we really worked hard for 4 years about all of this. And for me, it's just kind of like, finally, we're here, we're ready to graduate and move on and succeed in life and college.
And you've been top of the class for how long have you known you were valedictorian?
I think it was last year, and I've finally figured out this February.
Okay, and when did you find out you were salutatorian?
Well, it was confirmed February, but I was number 2 since the beginning of junior year.
Wow, because another set of graduates, one of them knew she was valedictorian since her freshman year. So it was like, was there a competition between the two of you? Did you all know each other? Have you known each other?
No, we weren't really close, but
Yeah.
there was definitely a lot of shifting through the years. Yeah.
Right,
so maybe
right.
one next year and 3 the other.
Wow. So what are you both planning to do once you graduate from high school?
I'm going to go to Georgetown University. I'm majoring in human science on a pre-med track, so hopefully I go to med school after that.
Right, great. How about you, John?
I'm going to Virginia Tech, and I'm going to be studying aerospace engineering and hopefully working for NASA or SpaceX or something like that afterwards.
Right. Now, did you all receive any scholarships?
I got a scholarship from Georgetown. It was for full tuition. That was
Wow,
good. Yeah.
that's awesome. How about you, John?
I have gotten a few minor merit scholarships.
Mm-hmm. Minor merit?
Yeah.
Merits aren't minor. Those are major. That is awesome. That is great. What are your GPAs?
I have a 4.725.
4.725.
And I have a 4.71.
4.71. Wow, that's awesome. So tell me, to have such high GPAs and have done so great academically, how has Norfolk Public Schools prepared each one of you?
I think definitely for me with the medical program, it's prepared me in a way that I know what I want to do with my life after I get out of high school. So things like going through the med program with classes like anatomy, I know that medicine is something that I'm passionate about, so I'm ready to jump into my next level of higher learning.
Mm-hmm. How about you, John?
For me, it was really the widespread AP classes. I was able to take anything from environmental science and physics to literature and lang, and that really helped me to figure out what I really wanted to do, as well as challenge me every single year.
Because that was one of my questions is, how has the courses and your experiences shaped your ideas of what you wanted to do? So he said some of his AP classes. What about you?
Yeah, the AP classes are definitely good. I think they help especially with the rigor. I feel like I'm ready for the challenge of college because these classes, taking several AP classes is kind of the same as what I'd be doing in college. So I really think I'm prepared for what's coming.
Are there any particular teachers that stand out in your mind who really helped you to become successful or helped you along this academic track?
My favorite teacher is Miss Zablocki. She's a med program teacher. She teaches 5 classes, I think, for the program. So I've had one of her classes every year but sophomore year, and she's just so knowledgeable, and it's really inspiring to have her as a teacher.
What about you,
I
John?
mean, a couple of teachers who stand out to me are Brian Bennett and Mason Goldman. Even though neither of them teach science or math, he's a U.S. teacher and she's a literature teacher. They both really helped me, even though I'm not really a fan of what they teach. I've still really enjoyed the class and I always wanted to go there because they were just such great people.
You may not be a fan, but you're excelling in it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, exactly. So you're in the medical college program.
Yes,
Are you
ma'am.
in the program too?
No.
Or? Oh, okay. And you have a graduation coming up.
Yes, this Friday.
How has it been being in that program?
It's really awesome. We get to take these really specific classes that cater to the the medical field. Last year we took anatomy, and this year I'm in a emergency medical responders class. So we get certified. I just took my practical last weekend, and it's just really nice to be able to actually practice in the field that you're aspiring to be in.
Right, right. So what sports or activities have you all been involved in during high school?
Well, I'm in lacrosse. I've been in lacrosse for 4 years, and I play for the school and for a travel team.
Oh, wow.
And during my first 3 years of high school, I was in North Star Robotics. Is robotics basically a program at Norfolk Technical Center, and I competed in various competitions around the country.
And that kind of spurred your desire to do what you want to do too?
Yeah, that and my dad, because he's an aerospace engineer.
Wow.
I worked a lot with him and what he does, so that basically kind of nurtured what I really want to do.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome, John. What about you?
I do Model United Nations, and I'm in Strolling Strings, the orchestra that like performs across the state and performs. We memorize our songs and walk around the ballrooms. Yeah.
Awesome. So, how long have you all been in Norfolk schools?
I've been here since middle school. I started at Meadowbrook, and went from Meadowbrook to Maury.
Okay.
I've been here since middle school as well. I went to Blair and then to Maury.
So, if you had to give advice to upcoming freshmen, preparing them for senior year, what would you tell them?
I mainly stay focused. Make sure that you have like your goals set in your mind, and know that like even though a certain class might not seem like it's exactly like what pertains to what you want to do in your life, that like everything you do like will amount to something in the future. Like as long as you show that you're dedicated and you try, you're going to be able to reach your goals.
I would say mostly try in class and always, participate in discussions and figure out, what you really want to do. I think during high school you really learn what you're passionate about in a sense, even though you may not know exactly, like science, math, English, or history, like what your scope is. And you also, if you really try, it leads you on the path to where you're actually like a really dedicated student and you're really hardworking, and that just, it starts the whole mindset of wanting to succeed in school.
And it sounds like the two of you have worked very hard during your academic career here in Norfolk Schools. How are you going to feel when you finally walk across that stage? It's going to be like, phew.
Yeah, like a relief, I think. And it's just like, you take a second to be proud of yourself. Like, okay, I really accomplished something great, now I'm ready to move on to the next thing.
Right.
Yeah, to me it's like closing a chapter and starting a new one. And it's really just like, take a moment to appreciate where you've gotten, all the work you've done there. You also have to look forward and realize that you're starting college now, and you ought to be serious about that.
Right. So what would you want the community to know about your academic career here in Norfolk Schools and how they prepared you?
I definitely think that NPS has really prepared me just for like not even the next level of school, but just like the world in general. Like I think that like the people that are in my classes, like how diverse the school is, really helps me. Like I've been open to a lot of different perspectives, and I think like I've learned a lot, so according to the curriculum, but outside of the classroom I feel like I've made a lot of connections and learned a lot of lessons to help me realize like who I am in the world.
Yeah, the students and the teachers both really helped me realize like how much more there was than just myself. Like you really widen your perspective and get a very selfless feel from all of it, and you really just want to give back to the community because of all they've done for you, and I think that's really what it's told me.
Wow. Well, congratulations to the two of you. We'll see you at graduation.
Yeah.
And thank you for coming on this show.
Thank
you for having us.
Okay. We want you to stay tuned for more NPS Now. Welcome back to NPS Now. I have two more special guests with me today. The first one is Josh Munden, the valedictorian for Norview High School, and also Io Clark, the salutatorian for Norview High School. Welcome both of you to NPS Now.
Thank you.
I'm glad to have you. We've been interviewing our valedictorians and salutatorians across Norfolk Public Schools, so I'm interested in getting to know you all too, and so is our audience. So let's get started. So how does it feel to finally be done with school, to get ready to walk across that stage, Josh?
Feels really, really good. It's almost like if you're sitting in a movie and you're waiting for it to start, So like everything's just winding down, but everything's about to get like so much more interesting. So it's really nice transition.
How about you, Io?
I like the analogy. It feels really good. 4 years of hard work, and it's finally coming to fruition, so it feels nice.
Now, how does it really feel to be the top of your class?
Not that different, to be honest. Like I don't know. It's almost like I've known like how I work throughout all 4 years, and I've just always kind of done me, and I've always set that high standard for myself. So it just doesn't really feel that different to be around our peer group, because we're all just friends, we're all just students, and I don't know. I think it all blends pretty well.
What about you, Io?
I feel the exact same way. I couldn't say it better than that. It feels normal kind of, because I operate how I know I need to operate for myself, and so it's not like I was trying really hard to get there.
So when did you find out you were a valedictorian?
I guess I've been in the running since I think like end of sophomore year, beginning of junior year. So I've always had that as a goal, but I guess of course it finally became official after the first semester of junior year. That was good news to get.
What about you, Ayo? How did you react, and did you know he was valedictorian and you were salutatorian?
I was the underdog. I was number 3 for a while, I think, up until right until the end of this past semester, first semester.
Wow.
Yeah, but I knew he was number 1, so it was just, I just kept working. And I
so
waited
you're like, I'm
going
to get to his heels. I'm going to catch up with him. Really? So are you all in any classes together? Or?
Yeah, multiple. We have, of course, we're in LCSC together, and a lot of the students stick around in the same AP classes. So we have things like physics and engineering and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. So what do you all plan on doing after high school?
Well, I'm going to Virginia Commonwealth University to major in biomedical engineering. That's it for now.
That's what you want to do for now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm looking at Stony Brook and going to get a bachelor's in physics and then hopefully move to my doctorate.
Any scholarships for the two of you?
Yeah. Of course, the local scholarships are probably your best bet. I think the national scholarships are kind of fickle. It's kind of difficult, but we've definitely got some help from the community.
Oh, wow. How much money did you get so far?
I don't know off the top of my head.
It's still coming in.
Yeah,
That's good news. What about you, Ayo?
I got a good amount of money from the school, but I know I got it was like a Hampton Roads Community Scholarship, which covers a good amount of what I need to pay to go to VCU. So.
Wow. So how has Norfolk Public Schools prepared you for graduation?
I think probably the biggest thing was them focusing so much on AP classes and things like that, and really trying to make sure that the curriculum and like course selection is top notch, because really of course we're like an inner city school and we're in Norfolk and we're in Virginia and we're competing with people, nationally, people who are in like California or Fairfax and Northern Virginia and things like that. But we're taking the same AP classes as them, and that really puts us on the same level. So.
Exactly. What about you, Ayo?
I agree with the AP classes and also the specialty programs that they have in many of the schools, because I know when I was getting ready to go to high school, I was choosing between like IB and the leadership program and then the medicine program in Maury. And so, but I know for LCSC, it did a lot to gearing me towards being an engineer, which is the major I'm deciding on now. So it kind of introduced me to the STEM world.
So were you both in the LCSC program at Norview?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, great. That's awesome. So what kind of courses or experiences has helped shape you into the person that you are today?
Of course, we have leadership. The L in LCSC is for leadership, and I started off with a 9th grade year. We had the Leadership Foundations class, and I was really, it was like a lot of like peer building and like team building activities, but it was also a lot of leadership philosophy, and then deeper into the philosophy junior year. And we also had an engineering research project to do our senior year, so really kind of built this up in a lot of different ways.
Same.
Ditto.
We a lot in our leadership classes, both freshman year and junior year, we did a lot of self-reflection and self-assessment, and so I learned a lot about how I work as a student and in general. And a lot of the classes I've taken were harder than what I was necessarily prepared for at the time. Like I took our English class freshman year was very difficult, and then I took my first AP class sophomore year was really hard, and so there's a kind of like memories, even though they're somewhat small, they remind me to just work harder than I need to.
Right. So how long have you all been in the school district here in Norfolk?
I've been since the 4th grade.
4th grade. What schools did you attend?
Larry Moore, then Azalea, Norview.
In Norview.
I've been here since preschool, actually.
Preschool.
I went to Camp Estella, and then I went to Papa Hall's Elementary School, and then Ruffner Academy, and now I'm at Norview.
Wow. So what advice would you give a freshman coming into high school about preparing for high school?
I would say try to do as many things as you can, but don't do that just for the sake of overloading yourself. I would say do that for the sake of finding out what you like and then focusing on what you like.
take the time to explore new things. Make sure you stick with the work ethic you have, or even try to improve upon it from the work ethic you have in middle school. Don't be afraid to grow. Try to grow. Make good choices. Keep your friends, and I think that's about it.
That's good.
Yeah.
So it's almost over. So how do you think you're going to feel when you actually walk across that stage on graduation day or give that speech?
Pretty much the same, to be honest. Yeah, I think of course graduation is a very special, ceremony and ritual for the family and the community and everything. But to be honest, I think all of us know who we are for the most part by now, or at least we know what we've done.
Right.
So just walking across the stage is gonna kind of put a bow on everything. So.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
A mixture of things. Relieved because it's over, but a little sad because this is going into a new step. But at the same time, excited because I now get to go out and on my own and to try to discover more about me. So.
Wow. So what do you want the community to know about your education here in Norfolk Public Schools?
I would say the most important thing, besides just giving us the opportunity for AP curriculum and things like LCSE, I'd say probably the most important thing to the students is the teachers. And I've had teachers who do a great job covering all of the curriculum, but the teachers that really stick with me are the ones who just inspire curiosity and always make sure to take their curriculum to the next step. And that's really inspired me to try to do the same in my own life in different areas and things.
Don't be afraid to ask questions and to look for help from your teachers, from your parents, just people who have your back. Your friends too, because I know a common thing that happens is a lot of people decide they don't want to ask for help amongst their friends because they don't want to feel like they're not as smart as they are. But it's never bad to ask people who know something that you don't. And it doesn't mean that you're not as smart as they are. It's just you want to be on that level. So.
Great, great. Well, congratulations to you both. I'll see you graduation day, and thank you for coming on the show and letting us talk about who you are, your valedictorian and salutatorian for Norview High School. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we want you to stay tuned for more NPS Now. Welcome back to NPS Now. With us today is Colleen Schinderly, the valedictorian for Granby High School, and we have Fiona Teven Kamhowie, the salutatorian for Granby High School. Welcome to NPS Now.
Thank you.
I'm happy to have you on the show, and I think you may be the last group of valedictorians and salutatorians that we interview and let the community know who you are. So we're just really excited to have you on the show today. So tell me, how does it feel to finally walk across the stage for graduation? Are you guys excited?
Definitely, yeah.
Kind of scary, but
Is that kind of scary?
Kinda
Why do you say that?
well, I mean, like you're leaving behind, like comfort and family, and like it's going out into the brave new world.
The real world. What about you, Colleen?
I guess I'm excited and relieved that it's over, but like Fiona said, it's just something new, so gonna have to acclimate to it.
Now, when did you find out you were valedictorian?
They've never really come into our classroom and be like, surprise, you're valedictorian. It's just kind of, they've been updating it over the semesters and kind of letting us know where we stand. So it's kind of been like a 4-year process of just figuring out where everyone's falling.
So when did you become in that area or that level?
Kind of since the beginning. Yeah, I mean, we've kind of just had these standings since freshman year pretty much, so.
How about you, Fiona?
Well, obviously I found out when she found out we do this Virginian pilot scholastic achievement meeting at the beginning of the second semester, and we found out then, and I became salutatorian like the beginning of second semester last year.
Oh, okay. So you've been trying to catch up or get ahead.
I gave
It's been a
up
little friendly
this year.
competition between the two.
It's not really.
No. I've just accepted.
Gosh.
Great. What do you all plan on doing after high school?
Well, we're both headed to UVA, so that's
Oh.
exciting. I have no clue what I want to major in. I thought I really wanted to do something with biology, but now I'm kind of leaning more towards international studies too, so really two polar opposites.
What about you, Fiona?
I plan on majoring in material engineering and computer science.
And computer science. Tell me something. Who's got scholarships?
Well, I actually received news earlier this year that I was a Jefferson Scholar for UVA, so that was really exciting. And that's kind of my scholarship thing.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Oh, sorry. I got a scholarship from the Lincoln Lane Foundation, which
Wow.
that's about it. I'm waiting to hear from some others. But
And that's great too. Congratulations to you too. So were you all involved in any sports or activities while in high school?
Yeah, I mean, quite a few. I've kind of dabbled in almost every sport Granby has to offer. And then just clubs and activities also. I helped found Granby Women Empowered, which is like a self-defense class for girls at our school. And then also Scholastic Bowl, Model United Nations, Model NATO, that kind of thing.
And you won an award with United Model Nations. Go ahead and tell us
Model
about that.
NATO,
Model
yeah.
NATO.
I was
Yes.
actually on the show for it a little while back. We just kind of set up like a simulation of it, and you just talked about different world issues going on right now. And I guess my debating was good enough that I ended up winning it, so
Right.
that was great also.
How about you, Fiona?
I row, which is really fun and
Sounds
painful.
fun.
And I'm also in Model UN, also in French Honor Society, National Honor Society, which we're both in. And also, I started a STEM club at our school, which didn't do so well because no one joined.
But you started it. That's what's
yeah.
most important.
Yeah.
You started it.
Yeah, that's about it.
Great. You guys have done great in high school. So how has Norfolk Public Schools prepared you for life after high school?
I mean, everything that we've done so far has been based on what our teachers and NPS has, kind of given us the tools for. So I think in that way, that's how it's helped me.
Yeah, and also like just having the chance to take like higher level courses like IB classes and AP classes has like prepared us, I think, for like the types of tests we're going to be taking in college, like essays and like rigorous.
Well, since you're talking about courses, so what type of courses and experiences have you had at Norfolk Schools?
I mean, we're both in IB, so we've both kind of gone down that path, and then both have also taken just AP classes also, just kind of on the side of the IB ones, kind of gone overboard with it, but yeah, that's basically the gist of it.
So what advice would you give a freshman coming into high school?
Well, I would say take as many difficult classes as you possibly can, because like colleges look for like you to take the most difficult classes, possible, and also really challenge yourself, because it will make you like a better student. You can learn a lot. That's like the most important thing.
And it's funny, before you answer that, I had some other students, they take the easy classes first, get them out of the way. That's what some of them said earlier. Go ahead.
And I think just adding on to that, outside of the classroom as well, just trying to get involved in as many things as possible, because if you get involved too late, you can't be as involved as you want to be. So just really getting in early with the things that you're interested in.
Yeah, so how long have you both been in Norfolk Public Schools?
Since kindergarten, so
Oh.
yeah.
What schools did you go to?
Well, we've been together, all of them, so yeah.
She can speak for you.
Ghent Elementary, and then Ruffner Academy, and then Granby High School.
Wow. So how do you think
I
it
didn't
will
realize that.
finally feel when you guys walk across that stage week after next, or next month? How do you think it's going to feel when you get on that stage?
I think it's going to feel the same. Like, we're basically done with classes anyways. So, I mean, I'll probably be, like, extremely nervous because, we have to give speeches, but,
Yes.
but excited. Yeah, it's going to be nice to just leave. Yeah.
What do you think you're going to talk about in your speech?
I haven't really
You're still thinking?
thought it out that much. I don't know. I think just something that's not super like drawn out and really I don't know, sometimes they get really fluffy, so I want to like be able to speak to everyone succinctly, but also like have a good message.
So what do you want the community to know about your education here in Norfolk Schools?
Well, I think it's good that we have like AP classes and IB classes, but I also think that, like, I don't know, you have to go beyond that. Like, it's not just about school, like Colleen said. You also have to be involved because it like completes like the learning circle, I guess. Like, it makes you more well-rounded. So it's not just about school.
Right,
It's-
right.
Yeah, and just the opportunities that we've had because of like things that Norfolk Public Schools have said, hey, you should go out and do this, or this is something that people have done in the past that you should go follow, and that type of thing.
Great. Well, congratulations to you both in your position as valedictorian and salutatorian. We will see you in graduation day. And thank you for coming and sharing some interesting information about you today.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we want to thank you for watching NPS Now. It airs weekly on WNPS, Channel 47, or you can view us online at www.npsk12.com. If you have any great story ideas or any information you'd like to share, email us at nps_news@npsk12.com. Again, we want to thank you for watching NPS Now.